This right here is pretty unique. This is the Acer Swift Edge, and it's arguably the world's lightest and thinnest 4K OLED laptop at 16 inches. So not only is it pretty portable, you're going to get a really nice design, a really great visual experience, and above all else, your data is going to be pretty secure as well. How, you might ask? Well, let's talk more about this. But before we start, we do want to thank Acer for sponsoring this video. We really do appreciate it. So now, let's start with the design, because this is a rather beautiful looking laptop. First of all, you can get it in either one of two colors. You can go all classy with a professional looking black, or you can tune it up a little with a splash of light blue. Interestingly though, Acer calls this flex white, which I kind of get, but at the same time, I kind of don't. It's pretty much light blue to me. Personally, I would probably go for the black as my daily driver, but the light blue does also look pretty sweet. But as we've mentioned earlier, one key feature with this laptop is weight, or rather the lack thereof. The Swift Edge comes in at just under 13mm at its thinnest point, at a weight of just 1.17 kilograms or about 2.6 pounds. Again, you have to remember, this is a 16-inch laptop, and yet you're looking at a weight that most 13-inch laptops will have a hard time achieving. What's there to say? We do have to give credit where credit's due, and Acer has definitely done a fantastic job here. Despite that, you do still get plenty of ports. We are talking 2 USB 4 Type-C ports, 2 standard USB 3.2 Gen 1 Type-A ports, HDMI 2.1 and a 3.5mm headphone mic combo jack. But of course, the main highlight is the display itself. Lift the lid up and be greeted with a gorgeous 16-inch OLED panel offering 4K resolution in a 16:10 aspect ratio. Thanks to OLED, you'll also enjoy really fast response times of just 0.2 milliseconds, as well as support for HDR with True Black 500 certification. Wrap it all up with a narrow bezel design offering 92% screen to body ratio, and it makes for a downright fantastic experience. We are not even kidding when we say that this offers a much better visual experience than compared to most desktop monitors out there. And yes, OLED for a desktop monitor do cost quite a bit, but yet you can already enjoy it here on a laptop. Binging on YouTube with your favorite content creators, catching the latest series on Netflix, or perhaps even a little bit of light gaming, we dare say you won't be disappointed. And yes, we did mention light gaming because despite light gaming not being its intended use case per se, the Swift Edge does boast some impressive specs. Depending on your use case, you have a choice of either the Ryzen 5 Pro 6650U or the Ryzen 7 Pro 6850U with up to 32 gigs of LPDDR5 RAM and up to 1TB of PCIe Gen 4 SSD storage. For those of you who didn't know, AMD Ryzen 6000 series processors for laptops do come with integrated RDNA 2 graphics, which are actually fairly capable. So, let's take a look at some performance numbers. In Cinebench R23, the Ryzen 7 Pro 6850U managed a fairly capable single-core score nearing 1500 and a multi-core score just shy of 10,000, as expected from 8 cores and 16 threads. For gaming, we ran our usual tests for this category of laptops, namely Valorant and Genshin Impact. While 4K resolution might be a stretch for Genshin Impact, it is actually still pretty playable for lighter games such as Valorant. We do, however, definitely recommend dropping the resolution down to 1080p for a much better gaming experience. Again, gaming isn't the main focus here, but given what we've just shared, you can be rest assured that this, well, it would still take gaming quite a fair bit. But now, at this point, we do want to touch upon something that's really important in this day and age: security. The more astute of you viewers might already notice that the Swift Edge does actually come with not just Ryzen processors, but Ryzen Pro processors. This means you get additional features that are usually only found in commercial or business-grade devices, and a big part of that is the inclusion of the Microsoft Pluton Security processor. To keep it really simple, when Windows 11 first launched, Microsoft actually made it a requirement for devices that in order to run Windows 11, it has to have a TPM, which stands for a Trusted Platform Module. TPMs contain the information in order to encrypt or decrypt the data on said devices, and they come in either a physical hardware attachment or via the firmware on the CPU itself. Now this system isn't perfect, and it has been proven that attackers or hackers can access the connection between the TPM and the chipset, or perhaps through the processors on the CPU itself and gain access to your data that way. This is where Pluton comes in. Pluton is implemented directly into the CPU die itself, and instead of running through the CPU processors just like with the firmware TPM, it actually has its own physical hardware that is also on the CPU die itself but separate from the main cores. This makes it much more difficult to attack and exploit, which translates to much better security. And indeed, that is what makes the Swift Edge doubly interesting. Not only are you getting a unique frame with a beautiful display and good performance, your data is very much secure. You're pretty much getting the benefits of a consumer laptop and a business laptop in just one package. Honestly, we are just pretty impressed. If you're looking for a thin and light laptop, this is it. If you're looking for a 16-inch 4K OLED laptop that's pretty light, this is it. If you're looking for a laptop that has just great performance and yet your data is all secure, this is it. This has everything in one neat package. If you're interested in checking out the Acer Swift Edge here in Singapore, the Ryzen 5 Pro variant will retail for $2,298, while the Ryzen 7 Pro variant will retail for $2,598. With that said, there are going to be sales ongoing from time to time, so definitely do check out the links down below for the most updated price as of when you're watching this video. Well, in any case, if you have any questions, leave them in the comment section down below and be sure to take a look. If you do like what we do, go ahead and give this video a like and subscribe to us for more of such content. In the meantime, catch you in the next one. See ya!